พุทโธธัมโมสังโฆนัตถิสันติพลังสุขขัง There is no peace. There is not happiness more than peace. That's the meaning. Natti santi palang sukhang. The peace is the supreme happiness. That I want everyone want to have peace. If you are happy, it's not enough. But peace, that is the supreme of happiness. Good evening, everyone. How are you? So today I am coming up to see you again. After we have retreat in Georgia. And after that, I met Ajhan Tui. We have live stream together in Georgia. But when I came back, I got to Salt Lake City. I am a little bit busy, but it's okay. That is good. It's good time. It's better than nothing to do. Busy in the body, but not busy in the mind. Can we do like that? Why we practice mindfulness? Because we want to be busy in the body. The body is busy, is good for exercise. But the mind, don't make it busy. Because if the mind is busy, we cannot do anything. Just wandering. So, what we have to talk about today, I have the text. The text of we call Dhamma. That is the practice guides to right living. That's the poem or the words, the text from Buddhism. What the Buddha said. We can think together. He said that hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law, eternal, the law eternal, the law of the nature. The hatred never ceases by hatred. If we hate someone, number one, we have hatred in our mind. If we have hatred in our mind, we never have peace. Because the mind is not peaceful mind. What goes around comes around. If we hate someone, they have to hate back. If we forgive to someone, we got the forgiveness. So if we want to live in this world with peaceful, we have to forgive each other. Someone said, oh, it's not easy to ask forgiveness. Or to give the forgive to someone. Yeah, that's right. But it's not. It's not for everyone. If we have mindful enough, it's easy. Because we know about our mind. If we have stopped the unhappy in the mind, it's not empty mind. It's not like a peaceful mind, And the better way, we should forgive each other. We was born in this world. Everyone have suffering. Everyone need peaceful. Everyone need happiness. If we don't forgive each other, we will suffer. It's not only this life. The next life is coming. We are talking about the incarnation. The life is not end yet. Whatever, we stay in this world and we passing away. We have to coming back. Right? Yes. Okay, how about your monkey mind? If you're talking about the monkey mind, maybe someone misunderstand about the monkey. I just thinking about that because I heard many people talking about the monkey mind, like the monkey mind never stays still. But that's right. The monkey mind never stays still, but it's different. When we practice and we don't practice, it's different. How? How is different? If we don't practice, it looks like the monkey never train. Never get trained. We never train about that monkey, whatever he want to do by himself. He want to jump slowly or fast, depend on him. Yeah, that is the beginning. The beginning of our mind when we start to practice. But when we practice mindfulness, that monkey is jumping really fast, faster than that. But it's fast with mindful. How is different? It's very different, right? The mind think really fast. But with mindful, whatever we do, you do really fast. something you have to do really fast in your job, in your work, but with mindful, with stress, with struggle, like a walk with happily. Yeah, that is the monkey have to train. Why we train? The monkey mind doesn't train, or train is different. Why we have to talk about the mindfulness to practice. You know, the foundation of mindfulness, right? We always talk about that. Maybe you don't remember, or you forget, because I explain. Sometimes it's not clear. The full foundation of mindfulness. This is only one way. Only one way practice about this mindfulness. But it's many techniques. How about the full foundation of mindfulness? Number one, for the purification of being. Because we are the human, our mind is really intelligent, really smart. We need more. We need more clear. We need more strength, stronger. If we have stronger mind, whatever we are going to do, it will be success. Because you never give up. It's like a stone. We call sila like a stone. You throw the rock to the river. The rock is sink down under the water. That is the rock. Is heavy. The mind, if we have like a stone mind, whatever we do, we never give up. If you make a decision to do it, we have to do until it's success. Why we have to have the purification of being. And number two, for the overwhelming of sorrow and lamentation. Overwhelming of sorrow and lamentation. We have sorrow. We have painful. We have struggle. So why we have to clear the mind? We don't need drowsy mind, really drowsy, unclear. But mindfulness can help that mind. Sometimes our mind is really, drowsy. We cannot do anything because just thinking around and around. Like someone talked to me about herself. She got a problem in her mind, in her life. She doesn't know how to fix it, how to solve it. Because when you think, you just think only one problem, thinking around and around. If someone be like this, try to walk away from what you said, what you sleep, and look at the sky, look at the star, look at the moon, look at the sun, because the moon teach you 24 hours. The moon is really clear. The sun is really clear. The star is really clear. But why sometimes we don't see the moon, we don't see the sun, we don't see the star? It's clouded. Our mind, that is we call tanha, craving. The craving, that's our greedy, stuck in our mind too much. So why is not clear? And number 3, for this destruction of pain and grief. Yeah, that is a suffering with the body and mind in our life. So why we have to practice mindful? It can help. Can help, but little or much depend how much you know, how much we practice. If we practice much, we know much. It can help, but we have to know how it helps. And number 4, for reaching the right path, we have to know about the path of the life. We call อริยมรรคมีองค์ 8 แล้วก็ Four Noble Truths, or the 8 path, the path. We have to understand that clearly. In one day, we want to talk about this, talk about the 8-fold path, how we are going to walk. But this path that is in the mind, inside our thought, later. Yeah. And the 5th, number 5, that is for the realization of nirvana. That is the highest. Nirvana, that's the purpose of this journey. Wow, that's really tough. But maybe many people like to think it's far away. We cannot reach. We cannot reach this journey. We want to be there. many people think. But everyone have it. Everyone can it. Because this point is waiting for us, like a peace waiting for us. But why we don't get peace? Because we lock up the path to walk. We lock the path to walk to Nirvana. And misunderstand like a easy, impossible to be there. If you have impossible, but it's possible. Just let the impossible take just leave only possible is possible. But that is the word. It's not action. But we have to be act. Yeah. If there is impossible, there is not the teaching in this world. But why we don't believe it? Because we don't know. Right now, we are in elementary, in high school. If someone teach you about the college, about the PhD, maybe you don't believe it. Because you don't know. We don't know. If you want to know what you have to do, you have to try. You have to practice. But not wishing. Not just only the wow. You have only wow, but you don't do it. Never success. Okay. What else today? I have some questions to answer from last week. Some question that is from last week. But I try to answer. You know, we have to learn together. This question, what is that? That is, did you all dance and study at Utah Temple? Were you already in the United States? Or how did you achieve or get assigned to Utah Temple? Yeah, I moved here. We moved to Utah like at 2004. But I came here. It's like I make sure I can serve. I can serve the community. I can help the community. But before I come, I feel like I can help about the culture, about the tradition, about the teaching. Yeah. Because I moved here, I was 35 years old already. When I study, I practice when I was 20 years old until 35. Yeah, but I learned the most about the teaching at that time when I was young. At that time, my mind is like want to know. Because I was born in this world, I feel like I know nothing. I want to know about the life, about the religion, about the culture. But it's not only learning, practice too. You have to know. If you just learn and you don't know exactly, right? But learning is not too late to learn. We have to learn everything, everywhere. In outside or inside. But inside the mind, we never finish. We never finish in this life. Why? When we take a walk, we walk for peace. We always say, the journey is ended. The project is ended. The journey of the life is not ended yet. You remember the Bhante Panyagala, he always mentioned about that. So why I want to keep going? Because our journey is not end. If we still have a life, we have to learn more and more. If you feel like I don't know much, that is you know a lot. If you feel you know everything, that you know a little bit. You know a little bit, but you think you know a lot. Maybe it's like the wealthy one, when they are wealthy, they are not enough. They want to keep going and going. They never feel enough. They never feel wealthy. If it's not enough, you can keep going with peaceful mind, with happiness. That is keep it. We never say, stop. You have to be happy what you be, what you are, where you were. You should happy with that. The knowledge, we never feel happy enough. The peaceful mind, we never feel enough. When we feel enough, that is the the end of this life or the other life. We call Nirvana. We don't want to live born again. We don't want to be peaceful mind, to have the empty mind. That is at the highest of practice. Yeah. For the next question, what is the next question? Could you please ask him to talk about emptiness or empty mind again? Yeah, this question they asked to us of the Venerable Kawan Tikavilo the last week, but I didn't ask him yet. But I asked him for the personal. For the personal. His answer like my answer. He understand like I understand. The empty mind. And there are many people misunderstand empty mind like a nothing. But I want to let you know, like a really easy to understand, you know, for the beginner of practice mindfulness. Like we try to be empty with suffering, with struggle, with painful, with sadness, with sorrow. We try to empty with that because we need loving kindness. We need unity. We need peaceful. We need happiness. It's not empty with that. But later on, nothing. You know, the beginner and the experience is not the same meaning. We can have the empty mind, but we can do everything. But with empty. Not easy to understand, but it's really easy to talk, to say. But whatever, right now we are learning. Is understand, believe or not, is depend. But I want everyone, you will understand or don't understand. You believe or you don't believe. Keep it. Keep it in the mind. For study, for kids study. If we know about this, we won't what I have to say. We won't feel sorry our life in this world. Yeah. We will talk more later. In this lesson, we never get enough to talk about this, even in my language. So usually, I don't talk much, don't speak much about this, because it's many people like to say like impossible, like and the next question, can he explain what really means for Buddhists? Really? This is a question to ask Venerable Kongwan. Really is mean for in Buddhists. Someone understand about this question? Really? Really is like a truth, right? But for me, the really mean is not really. There is nothing really in this world. But we like to use this word for suppose. When you say really, that is true. Yeah, that is true. But everything is not true. It's only suppose. Suppose or example. But I can tell that the really is not really. The mean is not really. Is nothing in this world is really. Everything is non-self. Just born, old age, decay, and passing away. Non-self, impermanent. It's not real. But something, you say that is not real, that is fake. Yeah. Because if we say it's fake, it's a fake. If we said, oh, this ring is a really gold, the gold is really gold, it's not fake gold. Yeah, because we said it's real. It's really difficult to get that gold. We spend a lot of time and we suppose that is really expensive. That is really useful. That is really well known. Because we suppose. But everything is not really. It's like impermanent. Everything. Yeah. That I know this question. That I understand this question. She asking about the really. Right? Okay. The next. How do I let go of something that I really want or trust life? Letting go of job, money, house. That's it. We always talk about this, right? I remember, I never tell you to let your house go, to let your jobs going, to let your money go. But you can keep your job, but your job's what for? For your food, for your money first. Your job's for your income. If you don't have a job, you don't have income. If you don't have income, you don't have money. If you don't have money, you don't have house. You don't have food to eat. Someone give you food free? Maybe monks like me. Never let that go. That is the job. We call the 4 things. I always say that we have 4 things. We have to use it. We have to have it. Food, clothes, housing, medicine. We have to have it. If you don't have job, you don't have income, you don't have money, you can pay your house, you cannot pay your bill, you cannot pay your car payment, insurance, for the gas, for everything, the food, the clothes, you cannot buy anything. But I want to let it go. That is your mind, your mindset. We don't need anyone have suffering with that. If you have, you enjoy. It's okay, but it's not overwhelmed. Because in one day you will lose it. You will lose it. You will lose that thing. Like you have a ring. For example, the diamond ring. You have to keep it. You have to wear it. You are the lay people. When you go to the party, you have to show. But if you show with non-attachment, to let it go, you don't feel suffer. When someone say something, oh, your ring is really cheap. If someone said like that, you feel suffer about it. Why you have to say to me like this? And when you lost it, when someone steal it, when it happened, for example, the house get burned. It's not burn only your house. It's burn everything. We have to prepare for that. We have to prepare for when we are going to die. When we are going to passing away. If we feel like, okay, non-attached, we use everything. We eat the food. We wear the clothes. We live in the house. We use the car. but with none attached. We don't feel suffer. It's easy to understand this. It's easy, but it's not. Why is it easy? Easy when we know it. Why is not easy? It's not easy because we don't know, we misunderstand. Right? But only mindfulness can tell you, can let you know about this. Mindfulness can clear, understand really clear about this. Because if we without mindful, we don't know much. We just think. We just thinking. Oh, true or not true? Okay? Maybe talk like this is make you feel like a confused and really stressed. But keep going. We have to learn. And the next, this is random question that I have wondered about. Can a monk decide at any time that he not longer wants to be a monk? And is it a lifelong commitment? Yeah. Because to be a monk, usually you can have to make a decision by yourself, but not many people understand or learn. It's not like a long time ago, when over 2,500 years ago, it's many noble men, they practice about the meditation. They want to reach the nirvana. You know, at that time, they misunderstand about nirvana or peace. Someone said like, oh, if I don't eat, I don't sleep, they practice so hard, that is they will get to nirvana. But for right now, not many people, when they are the lay people, they practice until they want to practice more and more and to be a monk. So right now we are become a monk like for temporary. At first, it's many monks make a decision to do it, to practice, to be a monk. Or in like my culture, if you are the son, you have to be a monk for a while to make your parents happy, or to learn more about your life before you go to work. You know, the elderly, the parents want you to have a patience, to have efforts, to spend in your life. They know your life is really struggle, is really difficult, really hard. they need you to have a patient. When you get a job, when you get married, how about the couple? The couple life is not easy. You understand yourself is really difficult. But you have to understand your partner, your couple. Even you have kids, the children. It's not an easy life. But if you know, you have before, you prepare for that. When you get to that point, you will understand. But when we become a monk, we learn more and more. We know what you need. For the worldly or for the Buddhahood. Depend on your mind, depend on your practice. If your body under the rope, but your mind under the clothes, that is really difficult. You under the rope, your mind under the rope, that is very peaceful. I used to think about that. I think about the lay people. How many clothes you have? I used to have. But I feel that time that's really good. Because, today what you want to wear, where you go. If you go to party, you have to wear this suit. If you go to the funeral home, you have to wear the black suit. I feel like, why so many? But for the monk, I have only one. Whatever I have, but just the same style. Go everywhere. Whatever I go. If I go to the king's palace, I have to wear like this. I go to work for peace, I wear like this. But just only one more, We have one more, like a spare rope. If too cold, we have to use that. But someone say, no, I want to leave. Okay, you can. We never control anyone. Depend on the mind. Depend on the decision. If your body was a monk, but your mind is not a monk, that is really suffer. Why we have to practice? And they can leave and they can quit. It's not longer to be. It's okay. Depend. But a lot of people understand, like how? If everyone in this world to be a monk, how is the children can be born? How we? If the man became a monk, the woman, how about the woman don't have like a partner? We don't have anyone born. Someone's worry like this. I used to think too. You know what my teacher said? My teacher said like the worm. You know the worm? The worm eat the dirt, the earth. The worm eat the earth. But the worm worry about how if I eat this world, I eat most of this world, how I will eat more? How about my food? Where I have to get food? Because I eat earth every day. That is the worm thing. But you know, the worm, they eat earth, they eat dirty. But when they prove to be the earth, the same earth, is going and out, going and out. And the man to be a monk is the same. Not many to live the whole life to be a monk. Not many. Just come to practice and to know about the lies. And they leave. And they go to work. They work with peacefully. They have family. They understand each other. Like a peaceful mind. Yeah. Okay. What else? This question said, is Buddhism practices in monk's life are different now compared to the past, and different in America compared to Asia? If understand exactly about Buddhism everywhere is the same. The life everywhere is the same. But depend on the situation. Different on the depend this is right now we have the world is really modern. Sometimes it's different, but sometimes it's the same. In the body, I don't know, we have to explain about the body and mind. And the body, in the long times ago, the monk, they only walk. You know, when I walk for peace, I think about long times ago, when the Buddha or the monk go everywhere. They don't have any, you know, any car. They have to walk. Even they don't ride a horse or elephant. Because The monk go everywhere. That is the monk's job. The monk's job, going and teaching, to meet the people everywhere. Why we have the bowl? The food is in the bowl. We can walk for food. It's everywhere. We baking. The monk is like a baker. Bake for food. But it's different with the homeless. Different mindset. The monk bake for food just for the body and to spend, to use the knowledge to help the people, to raise the mind of the peoples up. The monk can teach everywhere, go everywhere to meet the people. When I work for peace, I understand that. I understand before, but it's not deep. I see, a lot of people come to see us in our journey. We can smile with each other. We can talk with each other. Smiling is a merge. When you give smile to another people, when you smile each other, the peace started. When I practice by meditation, I like to recite the poem. That poem said, it looks like ความทุกข์ย่านหอยยิ้ม in my language. Hi, สบายดีหน่อย ความทุกข์ like a suffering. หอยยิ้ม is like a smiling. The meaning is like the suffering, scare, smiling. When you smile, the suffering is gone. เป็นยัง
เชือกห่อ
ฮะ
เชือกห่อ
แน่เหรอ
มันแห้งเลย
ว่าโอเคอาจารย์ยังเข้าเวียนอยู่
ไปเด้อ
โอเค อยู่ดีไม่แห้งขอบใจอะไรหน่อย
เลย
But one thing is not different. Whatever, in Asia or in America or in the world, we have the same feeling, suffering. We need more peaceful. We need love and kindness. We need compassion. Just only the situation is different. Like the monk in the United States, we cannot walk like a walk for peace. That is very difficult. You know why we have to lose the lake? Why we have to spend a lot of service, police, wherever we sleep. But sometimes I think it's good. It's really good to practice. We sleep everywhere. in the church. The church opened the door for us to sleep, to stay over. That's why we have to build the temple or the church. That is the community we use for everything that's useful. We spend a lot of money to build a church, to build a temple, to build a community we can use. That is non-profit organization. It's the same rule, the same law in the United States. Why we have to separate? The church or the temple is not different. Every building, we use the same brick. The material is the same. In that building, we have water, we have earth, we have wind, we have air, we have heat. Every building is not different. Even if some building you build with the gold, you build with the diamond, but I feel it's the same. That is a material, but I never see the gold church or gold temple. But I never to be there, you know. The church or the temple never separate us. Why we have to separate? It's the same material. The material we use for the Home Depot, from Low, from percussion, is the same. To use the same material, why we have to separate? I don't feel different. Just only the culture, the religion, but every religion I don't feel is different. We need peace. Okay. The last question for today is over 1 hour already. What time is it? Oh. You know that I want to tell you. When I talk, my mom saw me. She asked me like, what are you talking about? Why you talk too much? My mom said that. I said, yeah, it's better. It's better than you say. When you say to me, maybe it's 1 hour or 2 hours. Just only me to listen. Yeah. But if she understand, maybe she don't want to listen. You know, sometimes when I speak to the public, I feel uncomfortable because I know many people doesn't like it. But for this, it's okay because if you don't want it, it's okay. You can. You know, if in the building or in somewhere, they don't want to go, they don't want to leave, but they're just thinking like, oh no, it's not nice or something like that. Okay, the last one for today. Oh, I have more, but it's enough for today. Okay, the question number 8. If you love a person or animal, pet, maybe I talked already about this. Number 8. Yeah. But I'm not sure. Can talk more. If you love a person or animal, pet in your life, are you not attached to them? I don't understand how it is possible to separate the feelings of attachment from love. It doesn't seem possible to me. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem possible. I know. I don't know because I understand like you understand before that. But you can. When you know you can separate about the physical and mental, the mind and the body. We have mind and body. If you know about the law of eternal, the law of nature, you will know that. We have mind and body. Why we have to practice mindful? We can separate the feelings inside. The mind is the mind. The material is the material. The material we have to use it. The person we live together, what for? We have to know you are who you are. If you are a son, you know how to act with your parents. If you are a parent, you have to know what you do for your kids, for your children. If you are a husband, what you have to do to your wife. If you are a wife, you have to do to your husband. If you don't know how to do this, to separate, that's the feeling. It's mixed up. You feel it's everything you mix up. Sometimes you have to control your husband to do this, to do that. But do you think your husband is your slave? They are not your slave. They can do what they can do for you. But you want him to do everything. For example, is that real? Okay. That is the mind. We have to know what is your job, what is his job. Like we have to understand, like not mix up. Sometimes about yourself, you don't understand about yourself. For example, you want to do something. Like, today there is a very nice day. I don't go to work. I stay home. I have to do with my garden. I have to plant the tree. I have to plant the flower. I have to do this, I have to do that. That you think. But before you do, oh, maybe not today, tomorrow. You know? That you cannot control your mind. You cannot separate between the body and the mind. The body, when you walk, when you exercise, you do something. It make you feel stronger, make you feel happier, peaceful, healthier. But sometimes your mind, no, don't do anything. I want to sleep today. Like a sleep whole day. Whatever you sleep, you feel sleep. You never get enough. And you have tired. Sleep over and over, you think it's good? I don't think so. For me, for myself. Sometimes make the mind feel crazy. Really drowsy. Unclear. But everyone is not the same. Yeah. That's my idea. So we can separate the body and mind. It's really detailed about meditation, about practice meditation, mindfulness. In Pali language, understand, explain really clear. So I talk to you, I explain right now, it's not like a detail. This is really rough. Really rough. Just only outside. It's compared to tree. That I don't talk about the inside the tree. I just talk about the outside of the tree. What we call the peel, it's not. If compare about the house, I talk just only the roof. I never talk inside the house. You know the roof? You see the roof, but under the roof, how about the rim you have? It's many things inside the house. It's coming to be a house. But if you think, oh, that's really difficult and you don't want to do it. If you say this is really easy, you don't want to do it too. You don't want to do it either. Okay, everyone. Over 1 hour already. Thank you so much. Oh, I would like to say thank you about the, I have the translator, AI translator, that you sent me a gift and a gift card and a postcard or the gift, the tea, coffee, everything. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But sometimes you don't have to. Yeah. I always tell that. Is it the best gift of me? Peaceful mind, happy mind. I just want to see you smiling together at home, at job. You know, that is my wish. Thank you so much. May you be well, happy, and peaceful. Thank you. Good night. Bye bye. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.